Barakatuh. Dear student, welcome to our class. Today, inshallah, we will start with the deficiency diseases or nutritional disorders. Last class we stopped till digestion. We saw all these topics: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. In this class, we'll be seeing about the deficiency diseases or nutritional disorders. So, what is deficiency diseases? Deficiency disease basically, if we have any deficiency in our diet, the food we take, we need nutrients like we need protein, we need carbohydrates, and all these vitamins, everything. So, if there is any deficiency that is less amount than the required amount, then we might have some diseases. So, that's what we are going to see in this topic. So the definition is a disease that occurs due to lack of adequate means enough amount, unbalanced diet is called deficiency disease. And what is malnutrition? Malnutrition is if there are improper or inadequate diet. We don't take a proper diet, so this kind of action is called as malnutrition. So malnutrition, if the children, if they are not given proper amount of food, diet, nutrients, then that is called as malnutrition, and it will lead to mental and physical growth issues. Okay, so there are three types of diseases based on the inadequate nutrition. First one is protein energy malnutrition, PEM. This is because of inadequate protein intake. And the second one is mineral deficiency diseases. This is this is because of inadequate mineral intake. And the third one is vitamin deficiency diseases. This is due to inadequate vitamin intake. The first one, protein energy malnutrition. This is due to inadequate intake of protein. That's why our parents, they insist that we drink milk and eat pulses and other sources of protein like fish and meat. There are two diseases that are caused due to protein energy malnutrition. First one is marasmus and the second one is kwashiorkor. As for marasmus, it affects children up to 1 year of age. Okay, and this occurs in children when they are deprived of mother's milk. Those children, when they don't get the mother's milk, then it's possible that these children, they might be affected with this disease marasmus. So there are symptoms. I hope you all know what is symptoms. Symptom is basically, if for example, if you are affected by cold, then you might sneeze or you might cough. So these are symptoms. So every diseases, they might have some symptoms. They will have some symptoms. So the symptoms for this marasmus disease: loss or wasting of muscles. It means the children, they will become weak, their muscles will be lost. And the second symptom is that body develops loose folds of skin. We'll have proper fold of skin, but because of this disease, the skins will be loose. And the third symptom is that the ribs become prominent. That is, if you have you can type on Google marasmus, you will get pictures with children, their rib will be visible from the outside. That's what is called as ribs become prominent. Then the symptom is the body growth and development slows down. Because of this is, we know that proteins are the building blocks of body. So we need proteins to build our muscles. So when there is protein deficiency, so obviously uh, there will be problem in body growth and development. So that slows down because of inadequate protein intake. So what are the cure? We can take the baby can take proper mother's milk, and they also have to be given diet with rich in protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamins and minerals. So the next disease is kwashiorkor amongst the children of age group 1 to 5. So between 1 years to uh, the protein deficiency causes this disease kwashiorkor. There are symptoms. The first symptom is that the enlargement of the liver due to water retention. Okay, due to much water in the body that is not removed. So this protein deficiency causes that the liver swelling up becomes large. And the second symptom is the darkening of the skin. The skin becomes darkened with a scaly appearance. Scaly, if you have seen fishes, they have scales on their body, right? So like that, the skin will be like scaly appearance. And the next symptom is that the hair, it becomes reddish brown. We usually Indians, we have black in color hair. So if the child is affected with kwashiorkor, then the hair becomes reddish brown. Then the legs become thin because of inadequate protein. Legs become thin, and also retardation of physical and mental growth. That is the affecting. It affects physical and mental growth. This disease. So like how marasmus, even in this, protein-rich food has to be given to make sure that they don't affected by kwashiorkor, like milk, meat, groundnut, soybean, jaggery, etc. So these can cure this disease, inshallah. Then the next type of deficiency disease is that mineral deficiency diseases. So it's because of mineral deficiency, inadequate intake of minerals. So minerals we know, like iodine and all these minerals. Okay, like iron. Minerals are basically it helps in some of the our metabolic function in our body. Okay, so there are two common mineral deficiency diseases. First one is goiter and second one is anemia. The first one, goiter, is caused by iodine deficiency. We need iodine in our body for our growth. So if there is iodine deficiency in our food, then they might have this disease called as goiter. That's why you see advertisement, in that they mention salt advertisement, iodine included salt. Okay, it's because to prevent from disease like this. So that's why we have to take iodized salts, and also seafoods are good sources of iodine. And this disease, it causes enlargement of thyroid gland. We all have in our neck, in our throat, near that we have thyroid gland. Thyroid gland secretes thyroid hormone. It is used in our growth of our body. So if there is deficiency, then there will be enlargement of thyroid gland. Next disease in mineral deficiency diseases is anemia. It causes lesser production of hemoglobin, which is a respiratory pigment. We have seen in our previous lessons that iron is important in binding oxygen in our blood. It binds the oxygen which we inhale into our blood, so that the oxygen will be carried to all the other parts into the cells. So when there is a deficiency in iron, then what happens? It leads to a disease called as anemia. So what we have to do is that we have to take iron rich food consisting of spinach, apple, banana, guava, eggs, groundnuts, all these things. Many other foods that are rich with iron, so that we don't get affected by this disease called as anemia. The next one is vitamin deficiency diseases. So when you go to table 22.1, we already saw this. Okay, you can see here. Where is it? 22.1. Let's go here. Yeah, here in this page number 64, you can see we already saw this vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B12, all this. Then what will happen if there is a deficiency? Okay, so make sure that you study for this uh, topic. We already covered in our previous videos. So that is the vitamin deficiency diseases. And the next one is food adulteration. Food adulteration is nothing but adulteration is adding something which is not the original one. So we prefer buying food that are original, that contains actual materials. So if they add some fake products into it, then that is what is called as adulteration. For example, here they have given some common adulterants, things that are added to the actual product, food products. In cereals, they add straw. Straw is that in the cereal, that plant, you will have that straw. Okay, the stem-like structure. Uh, when it's dried, that is what is called a straw, and husk is the outer part of the grain, and stones, inferior quality grains. That is, we need quality. We need grains with good quality, right? So if there are inferior quality grains, then they add into it a little amount so that it become an adulterant, or infected or insect infested grains. Then when it comes to pulses, same kesari dal, all these things they add as a adulterant. When it comes to milk, uh, in the market, some people they might add starch or water. You might have heard of this, adding milk, water into milk as a common thing. Okay, so I'm sure you are sure about what is adulterant. So milk of other animals, extraction of fats. So we need a good amount of fat in our milk. So in many places they extract the fats. So that is also a kind of adulteration, and adding some synthetic milk. In edible oils, so adding some mineral oil or argemone oil, it's a type of oil taken from a plant called as argemone. So or artificial colors into the milks. Then we have turmeric. In the turmeric, the adulterant is that they add a starch added with some dye of yellow color like chromate or metanyl yellow dye. Then coriander, the adulterant is the cow dung powder or horse dung powder, sawdust. Sawdust is basically if you have some wood, then they saw it, that is cut it. The dust comes, they add it into some coriander powders. So these are adulteration. That's why we have to buy uh, products with good quality. Otherwise, mostly in the market they add some adulterants. In the black pepper, they add dried papaya seeds as an adulterant. Those who want to cheat the customers, they add these kind of things. So we should make awareness to people that adulteration is harmful to health of the people and is also cheating. So the next topic is transportation. uh, Transportation, I think we will see in the next class. I don't want to give you students a lot of topics even in this online learning, so it might be difficult for you. So you read all these topics. Inshallah, I will take transportation in the next class. This lesson is a big lesson, contains a lot of topics, so we will go slowly inshallah. Study well. Barakallah fikum. In the next class we will see transportation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.